when we first started the project, I took a trash can and I dumped it out. And I said, oh, you know what? Today we don't have any construction paper, we don't have any paint, you know, we don't have any of our normal supplies. What are we gonna do? I'm like, could we use this? Could we use this? And they're like, ew, that's dirty. And it was really funny at first to hear the reactions, but then they started to look at things a little bit differently, and they saw cardboard as possibly even a frame, and they thought, oh, maybe we could paint on this or draw on this. So I love the fact that it forced them to think of a different way to make art, a different way to come up with materials. It's not just placed out there that you could buy in a store, but something that you can figure out on your own and maybe even use at your home and you know, be a little more resourceful.
How about if we do one at a time?
Okay, so James Castle. What else was important about these kind of materials and who he was, Shania?
With ours, he used to kind of brand things like they took like a piece of paper and a stick and he made something really surprising, and you wouldn't think you could make with those two little things.
Exactly, that's a great way of describing it. And so he took things that you wouldn't normally expect, that you would think about to make art. Like he'd go, oh, look at this box, you know, and he'd pick it up and he'd say, look at those great stripes in that, I'm going to use that. Okay, so he was thinking all these things. He actually wouldn't say it, right? Why is it that he didn't say those things? He just thought them. Why?
Because he really didn't know how to talk, or he didn't go to school, so he don't know how to, he didn't hear people, he didn't talk to people and communicate. So that was the only thing that he could do, so that's why he did that.
Okay, so he couldn't hear, he couldn't talk, okay, he didn't have a way of communicating. Okay, so he actually used his art and the materials around him to actually talk about his life, right? People and objects and things that were around him. And it was his way of sort of communicating with the world. I guess what I'm getting from it, as much as they thought or reacted to the fact that he was deaf and was unable to communicate through speaking or sign language, and that he was able to communicate through his art, I think what I've seen, the connection is that as the kids have created their artwork, I think they've been like, hey, look what I made with these materials, and look at how I took this and I kind of folded it or I cut it, and something that used to be trash is now something that's become art. So I think in that sense that they overcame the thought of like, ooh, what are we going to make out of this stuff? And they've been able to make something really interesting, and I think in that way that they've accomplished a lot. This is going to be your cookbook, you were saying, right? So, are you going to have your own recipes in here?
Oh man, I could have used this. Nope, doesn't have to kick the part.
Okay, about 30 seconds. Whatever you're gluing, finish gluing. Okay, in the next couple seconds, you're going to have to stop. So start thinking about what you need me to save, if anything.
I don't know.
You can start putting your caps and your markers.
Technically, I'm done my book. I just have to add the recipes.
Okay, excellent job, you guys. Very good. Okay, ready? What do you say to Miss Louise, Miss Julie?